Hello, my name is Janelle, and my aphorism is everything you want is waiting for you on the other side of consistency. This applies to my actual day-to-day life. Sometimes consistency can be hard, especially when it's something you have to be patient with, like seeing results. But when you do something for so long, it begins to fit inside of your schedule. My advice would be to get up every day and make no excuses. My first question for Tuesdays with Maury is, why does Maury feel bad for Mitch's generation? Maury feels bad because his words were, in this culture, it's so important to find a loving relationship with someone because so much of the culture does not give you that. But the poor kids today, either they're too selfish to take part in a real relationship, or they rush into marriage and then 6 months later they get divorced. I think what he said was absolutely true. So many people just rush into everything, and especially my generation and the previous generation before me, we sometimes take things for granted, which I think everybody does to a certain extent. And then, but there's so much time that we have. At a young age, that's when most people truly don't know what they want because they haven't experienced really anything. Movies and real life are two different things, but movies are what we all seem to base everything off of. Having patience, and it'll definitely come to you when the time is right. My second question is, why should you forgive, especially before death? There is no point in keeping vagance or stubbornness or having pride or vanity, because why do we do the things we do? Forgiving is so important, although oftentimes it comes off as a hard thing to do. But what can you really do about someone else's actions? You are only hurting yourself because 9 out of 10 chances you can't, you're just not going to get a reaction out of them and they're not going to care. It's okay to feel sad for a little bit, but I wouldn't dwell on the past, or if someone hurt you, I would just let it go, because whatever you do, it's not going to change anything. No matter if you're crying to them, like, how they feel is how they feel. And then my third question is, how does Maury think we're different from plants and animals? His words were, as long as we can love each other and remember the feeling of love we had, we can die without ever really going away. All the love you created is still there. All the memories are still there. You live on in the hearts of everyone you have touched and nurtured while you were here. Which I think that's true. You definitely, humans definitely have a more of an interaction with people than obviously plants and animals. Like, plants, they're alive, but they can't talk to you. Like, they just are there. And then animals, I think that they truly do have their own language, but obviously we don't understand it, and I don't think that they really know what's going on. My review about the book is that I recommend reading, especially if you're trying to cope with death or want to understand a better perspective from two different people. The ending was very emotional and powerful. I felt like I could see everything that was going on and open my eyes a little more, especially about death and relationships. But thank you for watching this and listening to my presentation.